is a base? Bases are substances that neutralize acids by combining with the hydrogen ion in them to produce water. Sodium hydroxide NaOH is a base. When it reacts with hydrochloric acid, the sodium replaces the hydrogen, forming sodium chloride, which is a salt known as table salt. It is what we add to our food, and water comes out. Water results when the hydrogen ion, here in the acid, reacts with the hydroxide ion from the base. They combine together forming water. Base, sodium hydroxide, plus an acid, hydrochloric acid, result in a salt and water. Therefore, sodium hydroxide is a base because it neutralizes the acid. بتعادل الحمض، بتكنسل الإفكت بتاعه. It cancels the effect of the acid by combining between the hydrogen ion and the other ion to form water. Bases can be metal oxides such as copper 2 oxide and magnesium oxide. They can be metal hydroxides such as NaOH, and also ammonia is a base. Ammonia is NH3. Now here we have two examples of metal oxides which act as a base. Copper 2 oxide, CuO. The formula of copper 2 oxide is CuO, and its color is black. It is a black powder. There is also copper 1 oxide, which is another substance because it has a different color. Magnesium oxide is another base, and its formula is MgO. Copper oxide reacts with dilute sulfuric acid. We are going to add some of this black powder, which is copper oxide, to hot sulfuric acid, hot dilute sulfuric acid. They are going to react together, and then we will see a color change. The solution becomes blue. This substance is copper sulfate. So our observation is the copper oxide, which is a black powder, reacts with hot dilute sulfuric acid to produce a blue solution of copper 2 sulfate. How did this happen? Now this is the equation of the reaction. Copper oxide, CuO, it is solid. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4, which is an aqueous solution. Their reaction means that the copper replaces the hydrogen ions, forming copper sulfate. Hydrogen ions from the acid combine with oxygen ions from the copper oxide, forming water molecules. Copper oxide is an ionic compound. It means it contains ions, copper ions and oxygen ions. The O2 minus ion, it has negative 2 charge. الشحنة اللي على ايون الاكسجين هي 2 بالماينس. H plus ion from the acid combines with O2 minus to form water. The conclusion is this is a neutralization reaction because the base copper oxide neutralizes the acid H2SO4. It cancels its effect, forming a salt, and water is formed. Most metal oxides are basic oxides because they react with acids to form salt and water. A summary of the equation of the reaction is metal oxide plus acid produces salt and water. Bases and alkalis. Some metal oxides dissolve in water and react with the water to form metal hydroxide. For example, sodium oxide its formula is Na2O. It dissolves and reacts with water, H2O, to form sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Now, this is an alkali. If it has a hydroxide ion, it is an alkali. All the group 1 oxides, they react in this way. So what's below sodium in group 1? Potassium. Potassium oxide, the formula of potassium oxide is K2O. Again, it reacts with water and dissolves in it and forms potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is an alkali. If it has hydroxide ion in it, it is an alkali. So an alkali is a base. It is a subset of bases. Bases can be metal oxides or metal hydroxides or ammonia. And the metal hydroxide has a special name. It is an alkali. Most metal oxides, they don't dissolve in water. Calcium oxide, for example, dissolves but slightly. بيدوب في المية بس بشكل قليل. Again, when it dissolves in water, it forms calcium hydroxide. Hydroxide ion is OH negative, so it is monovalent, while calcium ion is divalent. It is Ca2 plus. Therefore, calcium hydroxide consists of one ion of calcium and two hydroxide ions. Now this is calcium oxide. Calcium oxide, this is the Lewis dot structure of calcium oxide. The electrons are arranged to form two ions. Calcium ion, which is divalent, 2 plus, and oxygen ion, which is also divalent, 2 but negative. It carries the negative charge and the calcium carries the positive charge. What about ammonia? Ammonia is NH3, one nitrogen atom in a molecule and 3 hydrogen atoms in a molecule. When ammonia dissolves in water, it forms an alkali. Why? Because it forms NH4OH. NH4OH is ammonium hydroxide, and if it is a hydroxide ion, it is considered an alkali. In solution, ammonium hydroxide is found as ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. The ammonium ion carries the positive charge and the hydroxide ion carries the negative charge. Sodium hydroxide solution, potassium hydroxide solution, calcium hydroxide solution, and ammonia solution. What's common between these four substances? All of them contain the hydroxide ion OH negative. Therefore, all of them are alkalis and also bases. Some metal hydroxides react with acids in neutralization reaction. Metal hydroxide, when it reacts with an acid, it forms salt and water. And the example we give for this reaction is sodium hydroxide, NaOH. It reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, HCl. The sodium takes or replaces the hydrogen ion, forming NaCl, table salt, and the hydrogen plus combines with OH negative, forming water molecule. Let's summarize neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction occurs between an acid and an alkali. The acid is HCl, the alkali is NaOH, and the product of this reaction is salt, NaCl, and water. If we represent the molecule in this way, observe that the sodium takes the chlorine and together they form the sodium chloride molecule. and the OH from sodium hydroxide reacts with H, and together they form water molecule. In this picture, this mixture contains the acid and the alkali. The pink color is that of an indicator. احنا حاطين مادة يتغير لونها لما neutralization point تحصل. So the pink color indicates that we did not reach the neutralization point yet. Once we have added enough acid and neutralization occurs, the color changes into the transparent color, showing that all the acid has been neutralized by the alkali.